So you don't think that human lives are worth more than soil?
That's a non sequitur. I've never said that, and I don't know where you're just deducing that from.
If human beings' lives are worth more than the soil, then it doesn't matter because everybody got to a place somehow.
Okay, so I want to start with the premise. I absolutely agree. Human beings are of utmost value. I'm glad you respect that. Some people don't. They seem to care about animals more than people. That's very disturbing to me. Now, second of all, part of how we ensure that the rights of individuals are respected, I hope you would agree with that, that includes property rights. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That is a communistic argument, and it's false. Part of like the clothes you have, the home that you live in. That's part of what gives you.
You can't say
yes, it is.
False.
So it does.
It's a value oriented.
Wrong. It has a value, and that makes it a worthy value.
People believe human lives are worth more than property and soil.
What I've said hasn't diminished that argument. Next.
Take my property.
No, it does not. So I agree to disagree.
If you choose property rights for people who stole this land.
Okay, now you want to talk about theft. I'll agree with you. You want to talk about who was stealing land? The Democratic Party. Start with Andrew Jackson. This guy was a total fraud. You disagree. Why? Go ahead.
Jackson is a
okay, those are your words. That's fine.
100% agree on that.
Americans.
Who's we?
Americans.
I didn't steal land. Next.
Your ancestors did.
No, they didn't.
So did mine.
They came legally, and they settled legally. Next.
One person for the entire.
How did I do that? Have I done that? You just did. You called me Americans. You said I represent everybody. No, so much.
He stole this land.
The Indians that got massacred.
That was a terrible thing. And you know what? The King of Spain actually had him in prison for that. It was Spanish priests who reported on him and had him arrested. They stopped it. It was too late. I agree with you. Those lives should have never been lost. Do you know about Bartolomeo de las Casas? Bartolomeo. That man was the first one to chronicle the evil things. When I read about the abattoirs, they would hang up the Indians and burn their feet and then have them split. That was evil. It's a Western ideal to prize all human beings as equal and valuable. That's a Western value. Because the native populations here were routinely sacrificing people to the sun god. I don't want to go back to that. Yes, they did. Bernal Diaz and Cabeza de Vaca can report on that. I'm sorry?
How many Native Americans did white people slaughter?
A lot of them. Yes, they did. Started, and not just with Little Bighorn.
White people.
No,
ancestors,
wrong.
my ancestors.
They also attacked them and massacred them for their land too. This kind of thing going on with human nature, it's a bad thing. But then, I don't know, what does this have to do with immigration though? And what does that have to do with immigration?
But why are you better, or why am I better?
I didn't say better. I've never said better. I never said better.
But why
Some of them are, and I hate them too. I agree with you.
Why does being born?
That's why I supported Judge Moore. I agree with you.
Why does being born on a particular piece of land give one person any more inherent value than another?
I didn't say that. You did.
But if people,
what does that have to do with
don't
anything?
have the right to be here because they didn't happen to be born here.
Because we have laws, we have the rule of law that makes this country great, which is established in citizenship.
So what was the rule of law that allowed my ancestors to ride over on a ship?
Is that what they did?
And put a stake in the ground and say, this is my land now.
Oh, it's a matter of settlement. That's permissible. Yes.
Wait,
a lot of the land was arable.
Are you filming us with consent or without consent?
Say it again.
Are you filming us with consent?
This is a public area. I don't have to seek it. Thank you. Next. I answered your question.
So easily, man. These debates are so easy. I can't believe this stuff.
It's got to be done. I'm allowed to be here. Are you a DreamAct guy or what?
No, man. Look, I have a trumpet.
Oh, nice. I didn't see that.
Man, these debates
Go ahead.
You know, for a wall,
sure.
goes against the wall.
Sure.
So,
what's about it?
How will a wall work?
Well, first of all, it's not just the wall. There's tripling the border patrol. That's a part of it. But a wall serves as a natural barrier. And here's the other thing, too. We're talking about an entire wall. We have also seen that there's security along it. I've seen videos. People try to climb over, and then they go back. When we have proper security as well to stop it, they're designing certain walls that will be see-through. There's one template using lasers. I've seen it.
But you think it's going to be worth all that money?
Yes. 26 billion is nothing compared to 150 billion every year being spent on welfare, being spent on the crime that are committed, the drain on our public system. Yes.
So you think the wall will stop all of that?
Not all of it, but a good portion of it, 99 to 97%. They work in Hungary, they work in Israel, they work in Colombia. Yes.
They make ladders in Mexico though.
So what?
Ladders go over walls.
Not all of them. And many of them are ineffective.
Big enough ladder, man. There's some big ladders out there. I've seen like 30
It will bring it to a trickle. So like the one out of 100 million try to come across the border, they might have a ladder. But I also said triple the border patrol. I also said go after visa overstays. I've also said mandate e-verify.
That's a lot of money, man.
26 billion is small compared to the multi-billions wasted on Obamacare, compared to the multi-billions stolen by illegals, compared to the multi-billions that is a drain on our public safety, including our prisons. Thank you very much.
What are illegals for money?
What is it?
What are illegals for money?
First of all, by going onto the welfare rolls when they shouldn't be doing it. In LA right now, you can go to any consulate and you will see Mexican or other nationals going to these embassies and getting welfare. I have been to town halls with our elected officials laying out a bunch of paperwork, showing them how to get EBT, how to get the WIC, how to get Medi-Cal. In this state, you should know this, State Senator Ricardo Lara now allows illegals to go on to Medi-Cal. Yeah, it's happening.
But you do realize that illegals do pay taxes, right?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. I could tell you from experience, they do.
Okay, you're an illegal?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, well then how? If you're illegal, why are you here illegally? Why don't you come legally?
It's called an ITIN number.
You know what? That's fraud. And you know what else? I've read about that. What happens is they're drawing more money out than they're paying in.
Whether it's fraud or not, they're giving money back to the government. I'm a DACA student.
Okay, well that's been rescinded until...
But I still have it.
Okay, so it's about to end. Why didn't you come? There is already a pathway to citizenship. Why didn't you take it?
I didn't have the choice, man.
What do you mean you... You free? Okay, why is that?
Do you have kids?
No, I don't. What difference does it make?
You don't understand.
I disagree.
You're driving a car.
You know what? I know, fam. Go ahead.
You're driving a car that's stolen, and your kid's on the passenger seat.
Sure.
Is it cool that both of you get arrested when the kid had no...
They had no agency in it. Now, here's my response. If someone breaks into my house and their kids are not cared for, do I have to take care of their kids? No. And that's it. Exactly.
We're talking about the law here, right?
Say it again.
We're talking about the law here.
Yes, we are.
So, like, we're not talking about parents, we're talking about students. DACA kids who came here at a young age without the consent. We had no choice, man. What do you want us to go back to Mexico for? We don't belong there. We belong here.
The fact of the matter is, we're a nation... Okay, here's...
What do you do for a living?
Okay, I'm a journalist, what I'm doing right now. Now, let me respond. So, we are a nation of laws. Mexico is not. But people like you can change that, for starters. Second of all, because we're a nation of laws, we have to ensure equity, and that means application. Why is it fair? Now, maybe you didn't bring yourself here, but the fact is it isn't my fault either. It's not her fault, or his fault, or the police's fault. Right. You have been given a great blessing being in this country, have you not?
Yeah, I have.
Go and make the world a better place. Return to your home country and come back legally.
You know what your president is doing to this country?
What do you mean, my president? Yeah, he is. And you know what? He's not your president.
Denying climate change, like just taking away all the things that we...
How did he deny climate change?
He took us out of the Paris Agreement, man.
Which is a good thing. Why is it a bad thing?
Do you know what the Paris Agreement is?
Yes, I do. This is an idea about reducing carbon emissions across the globe. Here's the problem. Why are we getting dinged with a higher set of standards than other countries? Second of all, I believe in climate change.
We're supposed to be a first world country.
Excuse me. I believe in climate change. I absolutely do. And I'm not just talking about the 4 seasons. I recognize that there are seasons that have gotten warmer. I recognize that there are seasons that have gotten cooler. I'm from Torrance. In Wilmington, California, it actually snowed in 1978. It snowed in Watts in 2003. Weather patterns are variated across the board. We are not going to see a cataclysmic effect hurting this country. It's based on a lot of fraud science. There was that one study claiming that 99% believe that climate change is a threat. That was debunked. It was one survey based on false data. It was about 44%. At UC Berkeley, a premier institution, all of the academics there recognize that, yeah, the world's getting a little warmer, but it'll get cooler. It's not a cataclysmic issue. It doesn't require government subsidy or government overreach to deal with it. But back to this issue. You are here illegally. You need to be here legally. And DACA was wrong. It's unconstitutional. There are plenty of opportunities, and you're of Mexican descent. I got to ask this. I have to ask. You say you're here legally. So you're from Mexico, Guatemala, Israel, where?
I'm a Mexican descent.
You're a Mexican national. That's the law. Go to the Mexican consulate and get in line. What's the problem?
Like you said, you just said it yourself right now. Make the world a better place. I've been here my whole life.
No, you haven't. You came here at 3. You said it.
To go in Mexico. Where would you go?
That's not my problem.
Why is it his problem?
Because he's here illegally.
You just stand in line and you get a rubber stamp.
I want to hear yours. Go ahead.
They have a bunch of stuff here. Why does he have to go back if he's already settled?
Why? Because he's not here legally. In Mexico, they arrest people.
What newspaper are you working for?
I'm freelance. I write for Town Hall. I write for Canada Free Press. I write for Barbed Wire. Town Hall is the premier one. I've also been published in the LA Times. I've also been published in Daily Breeze.
How many readers do you usually have?
It depends on who's watching. But for Town Hall, my last article was shared 1,000 times just on Facebook. Twitter, I don't know.
1,000 times?
Yes.
So it's pretty insignificant.
I'm sorry?
So it's pretty insignificant.
Why? People read it and other people shared it. Some people posted it and put it on another website.
Do you have any other jobs that, like...
Does it matter? We're going back to this immigration issue. Have you responded to my question?
I'm just wondering.
That's fine. I'll answer that in a minute. But this is my answer. Rick Santorum, former U.S. Senator, former presidential candidate. I'll be right there just a sec.
So,
the bottom line is this. You've been blessed by this country, but we're a nation of laws. We've had enough chances. We'd have enough amnesties. Enough's enough. You have commensurate skill. You have commensurate skill. Return to your home country and come legally.
When was the last time?
1986, and there was no border enforcement. And we've had piecemeal amnesties, and this de facto with DACA, which was unconstitutional. Yes, it was, and you know what? He was wrong to do it. I may be a Republican, but it doesn't mean I put every Republican on a pedestal. What's your name?
Danny.
Okay, thank you.
I respect your stuff.
Okay, you've got to come legally. That's all I can say. One rule of law. One rule of law. One rule of law. Is that your age or your IQ?
I want you out of here.
Go ahead, Robin. Come on, guys, knock it off. Wes, respect my sovereignty. Mike, I want to take a photo because I want to go back to something. I want to take a photo. Thank you. Come on over. You good? How's your mom? Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Think about me if you want to. This is for you.
Go, Robin.
Think about me. Real bastard.
Come on over. Are we okay, Robin?
No, it's not okay.
Well, you know what? There's a set of laws for them and a set of laws for us.
See you now. They sit here and think they're going to jump on there.
Hey, Kamala. Can you take a picture of me? Kamala's here. Boo! Corrupt Kimmy! She's a bigot! Boo! USA! 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 Sorry there. Build that wall! 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 Build that wall!
Raping, taking taxpayers' money. Raping and taking taxpayers' money. You are a tramp. Raping and taking taxpayers' money.
Who does she sleep with? Who does she sleep with? Willie Brown. Willie Brown. Total bigot. She's a liar. Look at her hiding right over there. Corrupt Cammy. Total sellout. Total sellout. Corrupt Cammy. She slept her way to the top, folks. Corrupt Cammy slept her way to the top. Corrupt Cammy totally slept her way to the top. She has no merit. She has no skills.
Willie Brown.
What about Kate Steinle?
What about the Bologna family?
What about Kate Steinle, you bigot? Kate Steinle, what about her dreams? Kate Steinle, what about her dreams?
Where's my grandchildren's dream?
What about theirs, folks?
What about Robert?
Okay, folks, I gotta take some photos. I'll be right back. Just stay tuned, okay? Don't ditch on me.